Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy back with another reaction video. I know it's been low-key been a minute, I'm not gonna lie, but we're just gonna get right into it. This is a video by Jamari titled "Everyone Hates Him," and he had the fake Michael Jackson on the thumbnail. And I've seen people joke about this guy before and how you really thinks he's MJ. So I'm curious to see what did this Michael Jackson impersonator do? Why does everyone hate this guy? Let's get into the video.
So one thing I've never really understood is people who dedicate their entire life to being someone else. I'm talking about a person who impersonates someone else's entire life, usually the likes of an individual considered iconic like Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, and most.
Well, I mean, some people just don't got self-esteem like that, bro. So you're gonna find who's the coolest person I can think of, and you'd be like, okay, since I don't have anything going on for myself, I'm just gonna be that guy, or I'm gonna be that girl, or that woman, or whatever, right? Like, and the thing is, usually this is the kind of mentality you're supposed to grow out of when you're like, I don't know, like 12, 13, right? Because when you're a kid and you see some guy do something cool on TV, you're like, oh no, I gotta do that too, right? Like, say if you watch a lot of wrestling or you watch a lot of action movies or whatever, like you'll see them do a cool move and you're like, no, I gotta learn how to do that move or something like that. But no, I think usually it comes from some lack of like self-esteem to a certain extent, which I know is a bit extreme, but yeah.
Most commonly Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's got to be offensive. That face was crazy, bro. Nah. Where is he? Where is he? Bro, imagine waking up and this is just staring right at you, bro. That should be the scariest day of my life, bro. Respectfully, like.
Now, the reason I bring this all up is because recently one of these impersonators has taken things too far. He goes by the name Fabio Jackson.
While it's just a stage name, Fabio Jackson asked that be how we refer to him, as it's the only name he lives by, admitting while he has no blood relation to the king of pop, their likeness is how he earned his name at a young age.
And people are finally getting sick of him after he has amassed over 12 million followers on TikTok.
I'm glad I can give, such nostalgia to people, crying on me or whenever they see me, they're so happy.
Because honestly, this guy just gives off the energy like he is the real Michael Jackson now. As if Michael personally anointed him before his death to now be the final judgment in regards to everything concerning his likeness. And Fabio had first went viral a couple years back after he was out here in the streets of Vegas, saw a fellow impersonator dancing for tips, and stood there acting like he was the man himself. Now, this was the day that he became.
I actually do remember this video. This video was mad funny because people were just making fun of how much bro thinks he's Michael Jackson. And honestly, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of this meme when Jamari was talking about how this guy's acting like he was anointed by Michael Jackson. It kind of reminds me of like the Avatar state, how Michael Jackson was, I guess, the first Avatar, and then this Fabio guy is the second one. So when he dies, there's gonna be a third. There's gonna be a third, and there's gonna be like a new thing, and he's gonna be able to summon the spirit of the original Avatar when they need to like go on stage or entertain people or some shit. And we should be bad funny if it was something like that, bro.
Became a living meme. It's like I said, people made fun saying that he was walking around like Mike left his ass in charge, acting as if someone was impersonating him, like he does not do the very same shtick every day of his life. Like, my God, you are not Mike. And it's just so incredibly cringe to see someone who makes their entire life dedicated to being someone else. Like, this guy wakes up in the mirror and he's like, oh, Michael, you're looking good today. And he would even get up there and start dancing with him. And that's when it really becomes apparent that he's nothing like Michael Jackson outside of the botched ass mug. And just wait till you hear the pipes on this guy.
Wondering why, when all I can do is sigh. I just want to touch you. Hear me?
Yeah, that was definitely ass. But to be fair though, I think he's not really trying to. He's definitely not trying to imitate his voice. He's trying to imitate like the aura farming and the dance moves. And it's like, bro, see, this is where you need to summon the original Avatar spirit, bro. Like You got 2/3 of the thing down, but you ain't got the voice, the most important part. And to be fair, even from some of the dance videos I saw, bro moves kind of stiff. So, he's got to work on that too, bro. But I will give him the looks department, though. He definitely has that, bro. He definitely has that. I'll give him that.
That shit stinks. Now, where he started catching heat recently is when he reacted to the trailer for the new Michael Jackson biopic, where his nephew Jafar Jackson stars as Michael. Obviously, MJ's entire family was on board with this film being made, even saying that they cried when they saw the nephew as Michael, and especially when they heard him sing because the resemblance was so uncanny.
I look at a lot of artists who wanted to do this, and and they were out there imitating Michael, and they were good. 2,000 people did try out. But Jafar wasn't imitating Michael; he became Michael, and that's the difference.
When we saw it for the first time, we saw a piece of it, and tears came down our eyes. We all started crying. We thought we were looking at our brother. That's how good he was.
He was so close.
Yeah.
But then here came that man Fabio to give his seal of disapproval.
We've waited for so long for this. It's very important.
The tracks.
Nah, bro. You could tell bro was actually sick, bro. He thought it was gonna be him, bro. He thought it was gonna be him. It's like, bro, I don't know who's gonna tell you this. You're not Michael, bro. And it's even funnier because that is his, like, Jafar Jackson is his literal nephew. That's his literal family member. And also, if you're really deep in it, you only look like one type of Michael, if you catch my drift. But you only look like Michael after a certain age, if you catch my drift, right? So, especially if you're gonna play the life of Michael and you're gonna go through the come up, you don't fit the bill for that. And that's how I'm gonna explain that. I'm not gonna go any further than that. But if you catch my drift, he doesn't fit the bill for the early parts.
That would be fun. Can you relax me, please? Okay, but remember, in here, keep those feet still, my man.
I mean, the guy genuinely looked both shocked and envious when he saw that man Jafar playing his own uncle. To me, it's obvious that Fabio thinks that he should be the one playing MJ. There was one time he got a role in like a very low-budget Michael Jackson documentary where he had to stay in a hospital bed and act like he was dying. And in all actuality, this motherfucker looks like he should be suing up for the Sandra Bullock life story, much more than anything regarding Michael Jackson. Like his ass should have been a stunt double in The Blind Side. But either way, people once again found his looks of disappointment hilarious. Like, who put you in charge, big dog?
Crazy.
You saw fake Michael?
Bro. You ever see that video of the fake Michael crossing his arms and looking at the other fake Michael?
Yeah.
Like,
he was like he a real Michael. Like a real Michael. We're gonna sit your ass down.
Now, after he caught some smoke over his reaction, he would reply with a follow-up video.
So this is about my reaction to the Michael biopic. It's not enough to say anything. As you saw, my reaction was when I heard the voice. When I heard it, then that's when it became real to me. And it was like, whoa, something could be very potential there. I'm sorry if I don't react like your casual, normal YouTuber, streamer, or Twitch streamer, or whatever. They be hyping that thing. Just reviews. Me, I am very real about things. Okay.
Several days later.
Bro, how can you be very real about things if you're pretending to be somebody else? You can't even be real about yourself. How does that make any sense? Something's not adding up here, bro. The math's not mathing, bro.
He just did my nostrils. Everybody does their nose at one point in their life. I'm pretty sure it would be probably about 75% of the population that would have done it every day. I mean, it happens every day, but I mean, it would be more if you could afford it. If you can't afford it, then that's your problem. It's not my problem. I was born like this. Michael doesn't look like me like this. He looked like Michael, the brown skin tone Michael. That's not who I look like. I look like at the one that he made himself to be. Okay, I look like that part.
So the made himself to be comment is bro just gonna ignore the fact that he had a literal disease? Actually, I'm not even gonna. That's all I'm gonna say, but that was kind of crazy.
Era, that age. So I'm the original one. This is my look, and I claim it 100%. Get a lie detector if you want.
And I don't know why, but something about this guy's pompous attitude towards his unhealthy obsession really just pisses me off.
It's something I cannot run away from. Naturally being born like this and have some resemblance.
And I love how he says, oh, I can't run from it. It's like Michael was just inside of me.
Pause.
Yet he went and got a whole nose surgery to try and look more like him, using a cast of him from Thriller as a reference for the doctor.
Okay, I think I mentioned this before, but I did my nose, okay, not to look closer to Michael, but because I liked the style. Okay, the nose style.
So that was a fucking lie.
This was the reference. This was the reference. And this is a real cast of Mike from the Thriller. This is what I wanted. Still have that support on my tip and the triangular look,
Now, since this all went viral, he was also exposed in a series of DMs where he claims that Michael is the one who looks like him, and that he was simply fortunate enough to have the look that Michael wanted to achieve. As if that final look wasn't due to having several illnesses, aided with the fact that he really struggled with his self-image due to some severe childhood abuse from his father. I mean, honestly, this guy Fabio really just comes off like a cocky bastard. Like, oh, I'm the final form, I'm everything Michael wanted to be, I'm the Charizard.
That's okay. Many times Michael has said that a lot of times he doesn't believe.
And I think to Jamari's point, I think it says something that the form that this guy is trying to inhabit is a form of Michael that came due to familial trauma. So it's like you're saying that this is the artist that you love so much, and yet when he was at his most unhealthy, right, when he was spiraling for whatever the reason is, that is the form of the artist that you care to claim, that you claim to care about. That's the form that you want to take. There's an interesting commentary to be had there about, you know, what that says about how he views Michael Jackson, right? And how much he's commodifying his likeness for fame, right? Like, because it's one thing to just look like him, and then it's another thing to claim that the parts of himself, the trauma that went into those parts, is the part that you want to imitate. Because that tells me that you don't actually care about the man in the mirror, ironically, no pun intended there, and you just care about the commodity that it affords you. And I mean, he also says that when he talks about how if people could, you know, afford nose jobs like he can, that they would do it. So again, flexing the money. And then, you know, the hint of racism there too, for added measure. So it's not that surprising, to be honest.
Believe the tabloids. A lot of times he doesn't believe what people say in the magazine about him. A lot of times he doesn't.
Also, what the hell is that? What is that noise? Is he pressing a button or something? What the freak is that, bro?
Read all the things that is said about him, how bizarre, how weird he is. That was to get into his head. Oh my gosh, today, I'm pretty sure the guy would. Really, he would have.
And it's also been noted online by MJ fans that this guy apparently had some sort of OF account and was allegedly on there cosplaying as MJ, making spicy content, which to me, if that is true, that is weird on so many levels. You know, sending guys hee-hee reactions to their D-pics, moonwalking naked and shit with the white glove. And now it's becoming like cloneception, as you have these other Michael Jackson impersonators coming for his neck as well.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Michael Jackson here. I just want to say, if you're a Michael Jackson fan, fanatic.
Yo, nah, Michael Trapson is crazy. Michael Traps. Oh, nah, bro. Nah, we've lost the plot. We've lost the plot for real.
Lookalike, tribute, impersonator, influencer, whatever you are, man. I believe that we should all support the Michael Jackson biopic film because at the end of the day, man, it's not about us. It's not about me. It's not about my opinion. It's not about who looks the most like Michael Jackson, who sounds the most like Michael Jackson, who dances the most like Michael Jackson between anybody in the community. No, this is about Michael Jackson.
Now, the guy in that clip actually goes by Michael Trapson, and he really does not have room to talk considering this is the way he chose to honor Michael Jackson in the past. Listen, all these people likely have some deeply rooted mental issues that likely stem from their childhood. You know, this was a very dark rabbit hole that I stumbled upon. I mean, I haven't seen this many men with identity issues since I covered the Red Pill era. Like, dude, please just get it through your head. You are not Mike. You cannot sing. You cannot dance. So please just drop the pretentious crap and get into contact with Sandra Bullock's agent right now, because that's really the only chance he has at continuing this pipe dream. But yeah, guys, I really just thought this was kind of a funny topic, you know.
Yeah, see, this is why you got to have a good self-image, bro. Because, listen, I like Michael Jackson. I like plenty of other celebrities, but you can't, like, you're never going to be them. You got to be you, and you have to be okay with that. And yeah, I get that he may have looked like Michael Jackson as a kid, but going out of your way to get surgery to look like him even more is insane. And now, because he's built his entire brand off of being Michael Jackson, even if he wants to turn it off, which he might when you look at the way he talks about Michael Jackson and he tries to psychoanalyze him, he can't now because this is how he makes his money. So he's stuck pretending to be somebody else for the rest of his life. Like, that's depressing. That's sad. So whoever Fabio is, and I don't even know if Jackson was even his real last name to begin with. whoever Fabio is, he's gonna be lost to the abyss forever. Fabio's dead, so that's tough. See, this is what, like, again, guys, really make sure you have a good self-esteem and know who you are, so you don't end up like this, bro. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the video today. I'm gonna link the original video in the comment section, show the original creator some love, and most importantly of all, remember to have a good day.